Okay, now we're actually going to import the product we want to sell as a product page. So what we need to do is go down to apps, and under apps, we want to search for DSers, okay? So DSers is going to be the app where we import from Aliexpress directly. So now we have DSers, go down to DSers, Aliexpress Dropshipping, and press add app. This will install DSers into our store. I showed you a brief introduction earlier on DSers, a little bit earlier in the course, on how to actually fulfill orders with it. Well, now I'm going to show you how to actually import products with it. For the setup, you're going to have to log into DSers. So create a DSers account. Once you've created it, you want to select your platform as Shopify. Then press yes, bind it to the DSers account you just created. Now, what you want to do is you want to click basic for free. You can upgrade your plan later when you get some more money. Then you need to press link to Aliexpress. So click on Aliexpress. You need to have an Aliexpress account for this to actually link it, guys. And it will take you through a setup wizard on how to link it, okay? So click on let's start importing products. It'll actually show you how to import products so you can follow this guide if you don't understand what I'm talking about in this course. But I'm going to show it you actually physically right now. This is DSers. I could show you a basic overview of the software, but I'm going to show you how to import products and create our product pages because that's the next step of the course. Just for a little bit of extra information and insight, you can use the find suppliers to find winning products on DSers as well in different locales and different countries, and you can use this for your product research for finding winning products as well. So useful product. We're going to go under import list over here. This is where we'll actually import products into Shopify to create a Shopify product page with them. At this point, you should have already have done your product research and found a product on AliExpress that you want to actually sell, which we did earlier. I want to sell this menstrual belt product. This is the one I want to import. So I'm going to get the URL at the top of the web address, right click, press copy or cut. Then we want to go into DSers in the import list, and you want to go and you want to press import or search, then paste this AliExpress URL and press the little search button, which is orange, and this will search for it on AliExpress. Now from here, we can press edit product here, and we can change the product image. I'm going to change it to this clean product image here, which doesn't have all this Chinese logo gunk on here because it looks better. So I'm going to select that as my main product image, and then we can edit a lot of the information. So the organization is going to be your linked Shopify store. The variants are the ones which you want to sell. So do you want to sell these other colors and types? You could just select one main variant. So I could just remove these different variants here if I just want to sell one in my store. And then we have the shipping, where does it ship from, the colors and the types, and the SKU. We could change the price values to a different price markup. We can change the description of the product here. Now, when you import them via DSers, it will just import tons of images and tons of descriptive things, which do look quite unattractive if you don't edit it. So you can edit it here, or you can edit it later on Shopify. Under images, here's all your images. I would remove some images with Chinese text, but we'll also do that later. And then we have shipping info too. So from here, we can check AliExpress shipping cost information. So I could type in United States in here as well. Over here, we could click on United States, and it'll show the shipping values for AliExpress standard shipping, which is the main one we selected earlier. And it shows the estimated delivery time. So then we can put this on our product information page, for an example. So press save once you're completely fine with the edits you've made, and then you can press this button here, push to Shopify, and then press also publish to online store. Press push to Shopify here, and then what DSers will do is it will push this to your Shopify product list. So now we can close DSers, go back into our Shopify store, click products, and under products we now have a product we've imported. So just click on this, and we can now edit this in our Shopify product editor. By default, the title of the product is just going to be a ton of random keywords, which is just going to look stupid. I'm just going to paste these keywords in here and then just delete the title. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our brand name in here, which is obviously Aleve, and we're just going to call it this. Okay, this is what our product's going to be called. You can obviously add a few different keywords into here as well. So ideally your brand name, and then you can put a trademark logo if you want, and then what the product actually is with a few keywords that still sounds professional, because if you just put tons of keywords in, it just looks really ridiculous, and it doesn't actually look like it has a product identity at all. It just looks like spam. Okay, so we want to optimize this so it doesn't have spam in it. Now we can also select the product category. We could press browse all, go in category. We could go in health and beauty, for an example. We could put the product type, so we could just type in something like a belt, and then the vendor is obviously your brand itself, and we could add a collection if you have more than one product. We could also add tags in here as well, so you could press manage tags and add tags. So that would be something like a keyword like beauty, for an example, but it's not really necessary to do. Then we have options over here, so it says ships from China. We could edit this, but this is done for us. The color is, it says type C. You could just change this to pink, for an example, because it is actually pink as the color. And then under here we have search engine listing. So here, this is going to be what it comes up with on Google. Now personally, this is good. This looks like a good product name. This is just keywords again, so it's just kind of useless. It might be good to rank in the search engine, but people are going to see it and it's just going to be unattractive. So you want to write something in here with the keywords from our product description, right? So we want to go up, and we'll just copy and paste this old title into here, the meta description, and we'll just write something that's actually decent. So I've repurposed another description I found elsewhere, which I'm actually going to copy into my description, but I'm also going to put it in here for the search engine, which looks a lot nicer. Now the URL handle is going to be what the product handle is. So I'm just going to change this to a leave because that's just the one product we have, and it's going to be short and snappy. And then the description, I'm going to paste this description I had before. So let's just save this product page now. It's definitely not done, but I just want to show you what it actually looks like on the website first of all. So let's go back on our website, and then what we want to do first before we continue editing the product page is where it says shop now on our home page. It's going to take us to the products by default. Click on shop now, and where it says all products, press products and then press a leave or whatever your product is, so it takes us directly to that product's page to purchase. In our online store where we edited the pages before, we also want to go back into navigation. We want to click on main menu, and we want to press add menu item, go on products, then find your product page, and the name of the menu item should be buy now or buy, or it's just something like order that's very simple to understand. And this wants to be the second menu item below home, and then press save. Now when we go on our website and refresh it, it will now say order, so we can click on order. It'll go straight to our product page over here, and when we press shop now, it'll go straight to our product as well. So now we have our product, we have where it ships from, the color, we have the quantity to actually order more, we can add it to the cart or press buy now. We also have this nice snappy description we placed on it, which looks really nice, but we do have a product page which is a little bit messy because we linked it directly from DSers, and because of this, it's added a lot of gunk to our page, a lot of it which looks good, but a lot of it which is kind of spammy. So we want to go ahead and go back to edit the product page to make it look a bit better. This tip section is quite useful, so I'm going to keep this on here, and we can include pictures of the batteries, but some of this information I'd recommend just using on the FAQ. So we could actually put some of this information on our FAQ page. So I'm actually going to open up the FAQ page here, and we could put some things like about the product. So I could put what type of charger can I use with a leave, which is the name of my product. And then we could put here this, which was on the product page. You can use this type of mobile charger. So that's going to be the first question on our FAQ. And then we could also copy and paste this image onto here as well. So we could actually remove some of this stuff off the product page and literally just put it on the FAQ to make it less cluttered. Now you want to leave information on here, such as this, where it says there's no power bank or battery in the package, because this will obviously prevent refunds because customers know beforehand. Although I would make this kind of like a fine print in a way, or italics, just so people kind of don't see it straight away and get put off, but they still need to know. You need to be honest. There's no power bank or battery with the product due to import laws, will need to be purchased separately. So be honest, if your product doesn't include certain things the customer may need, don't lie because it can cause refunds. Also, this second note here, we can also put this on the FAQ. We can put, is the product wireless? Question mark. And we can put this over here. This product is not wireless and cannot be recharged. Anything which is kind of cluttering the product page, we can then just put in the FAQ instead. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove some more of this stuff over here. So remove all of these random images because these are of the different types which we didn't actually include because we removed those earlier in DSers. There is features over here about the product which are going to be useful, so we need to keep these. So we're going to change this to product features. We're going to put 3 heat modes over here. I'm going to put some of these specifications in the FAQ. What are the product specifications? And then we'll post them down here as well. So anything that I'm removing off here, I'm putting in the FAQ so that they can refer to it later for more information. Now these features are going to be what our kind of pros about the product is, so we can use that. And they've already kind of put them here for us, okay, in these images. Now all this information here can be repurposed into a few different pages, right? So there's extra information here. So I could add pages like safety information and extra information. So I'm going to go ahead and do that too. So as well as FAQ, we'll add safety information and how to use. Safety information in use. So in this page, we can just paste anything that's regarding the safety of the product off the product page. So we can put this into a different page all by itself. So we can copy and paste this into safety in use. So we can put, do not use this product if the following apply to you. Moderate and severe cardiovascular diseases are forbidden to use this product. This regards patients also with severe heart disease. Patients with skin sensory impairment or skin abnormality are prohibited from using this product. Patients with cervical tumors are forbidden to use this product. So this is basically just covering your back in terms of safety, and it's also telling customers what they need to do, how to use the product, and tips. Okay, so you're basically giving your customers information on how to use the product, any tips about the product, okay? And then also there's some more questions and answers here, which we can take off this page and also put it onto our FAQ page below. So now we have more things on our FAQ page, and we've also set up a separate page for safety information in use, which we forgot to in the previous part. So I'm going to add these to the navigation on the main menu, press add menu item. I'm going to go to pages and then safety information in use. I'm going to press add. So safety information in use, we can put this under FAQ and make this a sub button on FAQ, or we can just put it before FAQ. Okay, in fact, I'd actually recommend just putting it before FAQ as its own button, and then people can't miss it. And I'm going to change the actual button text on the menu to just safety information because it takes up less space. So now people can actually easily find that page. And then we'll go back to our product page, which we were actually building out earlier. Okay, so we can now edit this again. I'm just actually going to remove everything left over in this product page over here, because we're going to write our own product features and description and the pros of the product separately by ourselves. So now we're going to change the media which is included, okay? Because some of this media looks quite bad. So let's just have a look at the media which is on here. So this is the first image. The second image has all these random foreign countries and logos on. We don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to press delete media to trash that. Also, this image over here has this random gift text on. We're going to trash this because I don't think we're actually selling a gift box, so it's kind of misleading. So we're going to trash any of these which have random text on, which just makes our store look unprofessional. This is quite good. I'm going to leave this on here. It does look kind of like dropship-esque, but I'm going to leave this on here. I'm going to delete these because they just look tacky. This is good because it shows the product and what's included with it. This is also a good image. This is also a good image too. So I'm going to leave all these on here. These look like fairly good images. This second image is exactly the same as the first one, so I'm just going to delete this as well. So now we have just a few images on. We've removed all the trash images from the original description. Now we luckily have the old description open, so we can use this to have a look at all these pros and features to rewrite a brand new description, right? So now I'm going to go through these product images and also the text in this description and find all the pros of the product and highlight them, and then I'm going to get back to you. So I have a few product features and pros and cons over here, so we're just going to paste these in here. As you can see, I've made a few main points. Adjustable size for all bodies, cordless design. What we want to do is these want to be the main features of the product and pros of the product, right? So I'm going to go to this emoji website and copy this little green tick over here, and I'm going to put the main strengths of the product with a little green tick over it, so it kind of looks like it's verified and psychologically it just looks good, right? Now on our product page, I'd recommend using this main strategy or this main formula to basically have the main core benefit of your product or what it is at the top, which can be a little bit of a description, which is quite appeasing or pleasing, and then at least 4 to 5 different strength points of the product and list those as different bullet points or little green tick points about the product, and try and have good writing in there. So if you have good copywriting skills, this is where this is going to come into play here, right? So as you can see, I have all of these product features over here. So this is more than 4 or 5, but having at least 4 or 5 is always good here. I'm just going to add all these under here, and these are the product pros and features, right? So this looks pretty cool. It's attractive. It's not cluttered anymore with all these Chinese branded images, and hopefully now our product page should look at least fairly attractive. This is what it used to look like. It had kind of like a clutter of information which just went down forever and was just not very good at all, and it had tons of images, some random ones, some repeat images like these two, and just some that just looked like they had a lot of labels and branding on them. Now this is what we've got. We've only got 4 main product images. We have a more slimlined description of our product, which has main product features and a little bit of a more truncated description. And also we have these here, ingredients, how to use shipping and return policy. This is part of our template. We could go ahead and further edit this too. This says talk about your brand, and we have columns and things like this. This is just more stuff we have to edit in the template. We could also add a branded video of our product. We can go back and edit this in our template later, but our product page for the most part is done. You may just want to change the prices based on your markups that we talked about earlier in the course, right? So all you have to do now is change your prices to try and spin more of a profit, but for the most part our product page is actually done, and it's actually looking pretty darn good. And as well as this, if we go onto the website address, you can see we now have safety information. So this has safety information on how to use the product, when not to use it, and how to use it in the right way with some tips and tricks. So this gives us customers more information on using it, and it shows that we care on how they use it, and it gives them like a lesson on what to actually do with it when they get it. Under About Us, we have refund policy, terms of use, legal policies, and privacy policy. We also have FAQ. Under FAQ, we've removed some of that spam from our product page and just dumped it under here, but it looks more attractive under here, more structured. It shows information on what kind of charges we can use, what the product specifications are, and why it might not be working working after 30 minutes. Just common questions that people are going to ask. We can also subscribe to the email list below too. We've built out our product page by importing it from Aliexpress and setting up directly to be fulfilled through DSers. And now technically we could take some orders, but we're not finished with our store, guys. Okay, this is just the basic steps.